Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 2019 Ferrari Manager Career Mode here for episode number 8 today at the German Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check the one out before you see this one. Obviously, a very shocking episode, really. Hamilton crashed out the Grand Prix, spoiler alert, and we got a great 1-2. It was obviously a little bit touchy at times because Leclerc did get Sebastian Vettel into turn 1 at one point, but eventually Vettel was the faster man. I tried to optimize both their strategies basically by, giving them the right tyre that they needed. Obviously, Leclerc's harder on his tyres, so we had to give him a bit of a harder compound, and so naturally, Vettel was able to get that win. But I tried to be as fair as I could and tried to give them individually the best strategy. It just so happened that Vettel's combo was the better one, so he got another win. So that's actually, is that 4? Yeah, that's 4 wins on the bounce then for Sebastian Vettel. Absolutely awesome. Of course, Hamilton got 3 in a row, so kind of almost needed for the sake of the championship. But Vettel's now in the lead of the championship of the drivers, but we don't really care too much about that. We care about this. We care about the Constructors' Championship, and you can see here, we're level on points with Mercedes, so it's all square. It's all reset, and we go again. I don't know how many rounds have we got left now in this season. We have got... how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 rounds, including this one. I probably could have just looked at 16 minus 8, but there we go. Yeah, so we've got 9 rounds left in this championship, and we've reset, basically. Obviously, we've only done 7 races, so we've still got a long way to go, really, but you've got some important ones coming up. Obviously, Germany is Vettel's home race. We've got Italy coming up in 2 races' time, which will be a big one for us. We need to try and get a 1-2 there, Italy. But, of course, we're just trying to keep this momentum up, because we know that Hamilton on this game is so bloody good. Once he gets into first, he can control the race, and so far, we've been doing a pretty decent job of actually, just toppling him a little bit, whether it's, trying to get the pole in qualifying or just trying to jump him early on in the race, and then from then on we can control the race, and that's what we've been doing, so it's been pretty damn decent. But we're just going to continue basically doing hopefully what we've been doing basically. So pit stop wise, let's have a quick look at the mistake percentage of everyone and see who can sub in here who's not quite as tired now. We've got 0.6, we can definitely sub him in, and 2.1 for 0.7 there. So these two are resting. This guy probably needs a bit more of a rest. This guy's for front jack. Is he any... That's level 17. That is better than what we've got right now. So let's swap him back out. This guy's on the rear jack. Same story here. So I knew there was a reason we kept these 2 guys around, because they're on the jacks. And these 2 on the tyres, they're not that great. So if I can hire someone new, I will definitely go for them and fire... Oh my god. What is up with the talent pool of recruiting here? It is horrendous. 2-0. This man is 0 on the tyre check. This man's going to be, like, taking 5 minutes to change the tyre, apparently, on 0. 5 and 9. Right, going to reject all of these things because we don't need any of them. They're all rubbish. So we don't need any of those guys. We just have to stick with this. This man's 3.5. This, we need a rest. This is going to be a very slow... 2.7, not too bad. These other 2 guys have counteracted. The front jack counteracts this guy being 14 only. But he's definitely the weak link in the entire ensemble here. But, we'll have to move on with it and just go with it. But this episode, we're gonna get a brand new engine that's gonna get built. It's gonna get done in 2 days and 23 hours. So pretty exciting stuff there. So got an interview following last race. 2 drivers fighting away at the front. Any thoughts on giving team orders? I'm going to say no, never, even though that's a kind of a lie. I definitely would give them team orders if we needed to, but, it's fine. Sparks fly, though, between Mercedes and Ferrari. Yes, of course, Vettel got the win, but there's visible tension, apparently, between Mercedes and myself. Or Toto Wolff and myself. I don't know if that's really that true, but we'll go into it. If that's gonna mentally topple them, then sure, there's tension between us, definitely. Car repair is gonna get done. We're pretty good on the car repair, I'm pretty sure. I think we've got like nearly everything done. Like reliability, yeah, pretty much that's gonna get done very quickly. This is all going to get done 15 days before the next race, so that's brilliant. So we literally are just waiting for this brand new engine to be built, which will take 2 days. So here we go. There we are. Our brand new engine is here. It's also Sebastian Vettel's birthday, apparently. Should we give him a birthday present or a card? We've got the money. We've got 22 million, so what's 100k? We'll throw him a big party there. Morale plus 10. Keep our 4-time winner of races and champion happy with some kind of big party there. But here we go. Engine's being built finally. We're done. Engine has been built. Is that the best engine we've got now in the whole thing? No, it's not. We've got a long way to go, actually, before we actually overtake this one. But We've got the resources. So now I'm going to remove all this. Don't need to do reliability on that. This is one place off. That's one place off. That's one place off. One place off. That is one place off. That is one place off. That is one place off. And that is one place off. Yeah, everything's one place off. I don't know why I just said it. I should have just said everything's one place off. But here we go. One day before the Grand Prix. Let's go to... one day, ooh, that's a perfect, one day after, one day before. That is perfect. Reliability we get maxed out just before the race, and that should technically, even if it's going to get finished and maxed out at 1131 one day after the race, that will still probably be better than 1091, if you catch my drift. Should be, theoretically. So that's going to be the best way to go about it. So let's quickly go back to design parts then. So we've got this engine. We're now first in the engine department. We are second in the gearbox. Second, first, second. All right, gearbox looks like it's slumping quite a bit. So let's go for gearbox now and focus on that. So we're going to go plus 25 to max. Don't want to use this one because that's got a risk level there. Build time 4 days. So that's pretty simple, actually. 1 million there. So that's all fine and dandy. So let's just move on then. And that literally is going to get done like now as we go through all this LMP1 stuff that we don't really care too much about. And there we go. Is that the new... Yeah, it's done. It's just like that. It's done. So we go again. Plus 25. Don't want to use this. Again, risk level. But this one, looking good. Plus 40. This one's plus 20 to max. So let's see. This has got 1109. And that is 1089. So that's higher, isn't it? Yeah, this one's higher. So we'll go with that. That's going to be a little bit minus on the reliability. That annoyingly gets done 1 day after the Grand Prix. So that's a little bit frustrating, but that's just how it goes. So we're only going to have this one new gearbox that's been made here for this German GP. If I add that onto this and add that to reliability, that's going to skew things a bit differently, unfortunately. But we're just going to have to live with it then. Let's try and go to 28.2. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully that's going to be enough time for that engine to be the best engine we've got. If not, I guess it's not the end of the world. We still got that other one, but it would kind of be nice to, you know, get a new engine and straight away it's the best one, if you know what I mean. So we'll move forward then. When is this race then? It's coming up. A few days to go. Let's just pause this and quickly check how it is. Race report, 40% chance of rain. Okay, we'll look into that. But right, 175. That's not gonna overtake that, is it, in time, really? Let's go one more day, I would say, on reliability as we get some F2 results I don't really care about. We'll go one more day on the reliability, and basically then, if it's enough, I will then swap it all to performance. So, like here, we'll pause it now. What's this going to be? 78, 86. Probably remove that, and let's go all the way to here, and that... Oh, that doesn't apparently move anything, so let's just go 48.2. Let's see how that goes as we move on then towards the race. Hopefully that's going to be enough. We've got a choosing vote segment as well. So obviously for 1 million, I can choose an FIA vote to change a rule. So I don't really know what to go for. We do have the money to spend, so I would like to table a vote to maybe get a rule change, but I don't really know what I'd go with, to be honest. What have we really struggled with this season? It's been mostly... I don't know, really. We haven't really struggled with much, have we? I would just say... I mean, refueling could be a way. That could be interesting, but also at the same time, I kind of like the full tank and having to save fuel. So for me, I don't really know what would really be important. We don't have ERS. That's one thing. We don't have ERS. The mod doesn't have ERS, so we could go with ERS then. Advanced ERS. Teams get a choice of 3 types of ERS: flywheel, supercapacitor, and battery. Allows the use of energy recovery system, giving teams to harvest and spend energy during the race. Batteries have a capacity 1.1. They have 100 capacity. Let's go with that. Let's see if that tables. I'm pretty sure that is the ERS where you get to choose how you're harvesting it in the race, whereas this one is just a kind of bog standard thing. So let's try that. Let's table that. That will not benefit 2 teams, but will benefit a lot of other teams. So apparently it won't benefit us at Ferrari, but I'm going to still table it because I think it's I think it adds another bit of spice to the race. Basically, another thing I need to worry about, and probably another thing that I'm going to get wrong. So you can just laugh at me some more in the comments below, basically. So confirm, we'll go with that. 1 million spent, so that'll be tabled in at the next FI meeting or whatever. So we'll move on then to the German GP. Quickly see what the engine's like. Ooh, just about got it. See, one point over, 1092 to 1091. just about worth it there. And the gearbox is also the best gearbox we've got going as well. So that is good news for us. So that new gearbox and new engine will be used in this race then. So awesome. So tyre wear's really low. So we'll go for 7 sets of softs. I'll go 3 sets of... 7 sets of super softs, sorry. 3 sets of softs and 5 mediums. Again, conservative strategy. It's worked for us so much this season. So even if the tyre wear's low, it just means we'll probably, might be able to do a 1-stop on mediums. But there is a 40% chance of rain, I think that was in the email, remember? So there may be some rain for this weekend. But now, let's go ahead and fit this new engine for Sebastian Vettel. I will give this one to Leclerc. And then for the gearbox, I will give this one to Vettel, and Leclerc can stay with the same one because it's the same level, and he's delighted, he's happy. So all's good in our world. Right now, we don't actually have any issue. Until we sign a new contract with Leclerc or Vettel, they're pretty happy because they've actually got contractually number 1 and number 2, although in the races I'm going to give them as much fair treatment as I can. But that just means right now I can keep on giving Vettel the slightly better engine and gearbox, and Leclerc doesn't really care too much. So let's go into practice then. Apparently it's all dry for this weekend. Watch how it rains for every part of practice and quali. Right, into practice. It's all dry at the moment. Track grip's going to go up, so I think we should all be fine for a pretty straightforward practice session. Just about getting the setup done as per usual. We've got one save from my Renault career from quite some time ago, so I don't know if it'll be any good. We'll see about that. It was a bit of a faff at the last race at Silverstone, but not Silverstone, Guildford. But look how it ended up with a 1-2, so can't complain too much about that. So let's just see how this goes then in terms of their setup. Bring them in after 1 lap just to quickly check that, and then we'll go out on the knowledge there as they come in. Vettel's not that great. Leclerc I can work with there. 1 good and 2 greats. So I think there's maybe some more downforce to go. Yeah, I think more downforce. I think that's what he's going to want. So let's go as high as we can there on that rear wing. But then the gearbox... Don't know, because we've got such high downforce, I would say let's go towards acceleration there, but there's so much more to go on the top end speed, so maybe something like that, and then on the handling front towards oversteer, so I'm going to say, let's go with that, let's see how that goes. I'll go 8 laps now, and I'll just hope that's an okay setup to get some knowledge off. Vettel's, though, horrendous. Going to go high downforce again, like with Leclerc, because I think they should be going the same way, theoretically. Handling, though, he wants to go towards understeer, maybe. Although that's kind of where Leclerc was, maybe. So, I don't know. Let's see. Like, go there? Something like that. That might work. And then speed balance, I think, towards top-end speed. Just a little click, though. And we'll go 8 laps as well with Vettel. And go. So now I can sit back, relax. Let them do their thing. And then we'll check their setups once again. And swap them over to the super soft and the quali trim. But I'll keep an eye on the radar. Don't think there is going to be any rain, though, in practice. Could still mean there's rain in quali and race, though. They've got the knowledge level 3 on the medium tyres and the race trim as well, so they're going to come through. I think they're in the end of the lap. Pretty good timing there by Leclerc and Vettel as they end off that lap. So nice and easy in. And let's see, 2 greats and a good for Leclerc, and 2 goods and an excellent. My God, this is going to be difficult. So I guess Vettel did not like going towards understeer, or maybe just we went too much towards understeer, maybe. We went down in setup percentage, even though we went, well, we just swapped them round, basically. So that was great, and now it's good. So I'm guessing we have to go down towards acceleration, so probably something like that, or even more, could see him be excellent. And then this went great either way, so I don't know, stick around there, like in the middle somewhere, could be the excellent, and then the downforce he was happy with. So I think that might be the sweet spot for Leclerc. So we go 3 laps on softs, go out, and then Vettel, my word, I don't know what to do with you, man. You've been quite fiddly. For the main driver, you are very fussy in terms of where you need this setup. So good. Well, no, actually, that's good and okay. So I'm going to say just bring this back down a little bit to some of that. And then he was fine on the speed balance. That's all fine. So we can bring that back down. And try and... no, bring this back. There we go. Okay. So that was okay. That was good. So I'm going to say that's excellent, hopefully. And then downforce, he wants in the middle, I'm guessing. Because either side is good. So in the middle should theoretically maybe kind of be excellent. I kind of hope. That's my logic there. I need to bring this back now, don't I? Yeah, because that's now not where it was for excellent. Okay, there. Let's try that. And if it doesn't come back, the only thing this handling, I definitely think maybe I need to just go more extreme on understeer, but I'm just going to try that for size first. Go quali trim again, and soft tyre, just like we did, super soft tyre, like we did with Leclerc. Right, Leclerc's on 3 greats. he's got no excellence. Vettel does, but he's on 96% sit-up, so that's pretty good. And I don't really know how I can really fiddle with this too much without annoying it. Like, literally, that's the one adjustment I'm going to make there, and I'm going to send him back out. Literally, that's all I trust doing. And Vettel, after all that faff, 2 excellence and a great. Absolutely awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. 96. He's the same percentage as Leclerc, even though he's got even though his feedback's better. So I don't really know what to tell you. I'm just going to leave it at that. I can't be fiddling with that because I'd rather have 2 excellence and 1 great and have the percentage be the same than the other way around. So we'll just leave it there. We'll just let him get the knowledge, but no rain coming, so that should be nice and easy in the next half minute. Basically, as you watch those graphs go up, and there we go. Level 3 on Supersofts and level 3 on Quali Trim. We are all good for the qualifying session, and the pace is looking pretty decent right now in practice, but things might change in Quali. You never know, but let's get into it. Right, no water on track or forecast in Q1, so I can't really say much else about Q2 and Q3, so we're just going to have to go with Supersoft knowledge and Quali Trim knowledge, and basically hope maybe it's going to remain dry. Obviously, if it rains, no one's got knowledge on the wet tyres, so that's all fine. And in the end, look at that. That little tiny tweak for Leclerc got us to 2 excellence and a great for his setup as well. So, who knew? That little tiny one was the difference. But here we go then. This should be pretty easy, though. We're going to just go out on the soft tyre, the middle compound. 3 tyres we've got for this entire weekend. And I could probably get away with just 1 soft tyre, to be honest. From now on, I could get away with 1 of the middle compound tyre because I always end up using the softest one and the hardest one for the conservative strategy, and I'm basically not using this at all apart from Q1. So I could probably get away with it, but I don't know. Part of me just always likes to play it a little bit safe in case for the race. I mean, a la last race actually, if you think about it, I went with the middle compound tyre for Leclerc in the middle of last race. So that's why I kind of keep 2 or 3 around just in case. But this should be nice and easy for us, I would say. It's crossed the line, and they do their lap. They're in tandem here a little bit, so Leclerc might get held up a tiny bit, or might even get a toe of Vettel, actually. Let's see, because Leclerc's purple in the first, Vettel not. So Vettel might be slower here, actually, as we hit traffic across the line. It's a 128 dead, and it's a 128 dead nearly pretty much as well for Leclerc. So very, very equally matched. Hamilton only 1.5 tenths off as well, so it's all looking very close at the top there. But, of course, we're on a slower compound tyre, so that's given me a lot of good solace for the pace of the car once again. The engine maybe coming in clutch and working wonders here. Alright, Q2 time then. Obviously, usual suspects all made it through. No surprises there for Mercedes, Red Bull or us. Track grips all fine. No rain, doesn't look like it, so we can take it chill a little bit. Let track grip go up a little bit more. You can see there, by the time we get to about 5 minutes, it's going to be maximum, so we can wet out a little bit and then send them out on the soft tyre. Obviously, the compound we're going to start on as well, so hopefully get a good clean lap in, but everyone sets their lap times. Hamilton with a 128 dead, but no, I think that's a bit of a glitch because he's still going. Yeah, 3 purples. What's it going to be then? 127.8. Okay, so Hamilton's put a marker down. Track grip is now nice and high, and people are going to start coming in, so let's go out then for Vettel and Leclerc. Going to just go in auto. Don't need to bother with like a manual outlap, really. Should be all fine. Leclerc hits a bit of traffic there, but he just gets ahead. So let's focus on Vettel then, the man that we're kind of really getting behind for the championship, really, against Hamilton, and the man who's won all the races so far for us at Ferrari, and is indeed the #1 contracted driver. So let's go through then onto this lap then. It's perfect overheated for both Charles and Seb. So let's see how this goes then. It's going to be a green... No, purple. Just about purple there in the first sector. So that's good news for us then. So that will be at least faster than Hamilton that first bit. Purple second sector. It's looking good. Apparently 7 tenths. Is that really how fast? How much faster? If this is going to be 7 tenths faster, this will be quite something here. Across the line. And it's going to be a massive pole lap from Vettel. 127.3. 4 tenths faster. Leclerc comes in there. He's 3 tenths off Vettel. So Leclerc, once again, closer to Hamilton than he is to Vettel there. So Vettel's obviously, we've given him the better car, so it makes sense. But I don't know, the last 2 races, the margin's been a lot bigger than I ever thought it was going to be with our car versus Mercedes. I mean, I'm not complaining, but just surprising, really. But I guess, to be fair, it makes sense. We've now had about, what is it, 3 iterations on the engine, 2 iterations, well, 2, the second one's pending for the gearbox. We've had, I think, 3 iterations on the front wing. I think 2 or 3 on the suspension arm, so it kind of makes sense. You know, we've done a lot of work on this car, so I shouldn't be too surprised, but it is still kind of surprising just because Mercedes was so dominant at the very start of the season with Hamilton. But things are looking very, very decent for us right now. Right, the all-important Q3 session is upon us here, and it's going to be all dry, I think. Yes, it looks like it there, so we're going to go out for an early lap, bank a lap in, and see how this goes. We've got plenty of soft tyres, super soft tyres to burn, of course. As we know, the tyre weight is pretty low, so we cobbled together a lot of them for the allocation here. So bank a lap on auto, and then I'll do them manually for their second run like we did it at Guildford there, and we'll see how it goes. But let's see if we continue this advantage that we had in Q2 then, about in a region of about 4/10 it was, from Vettel to Hamilton. Although I say I should do mine manually, look at that, the computer just did perfect outlap, and perfect good outlap for Vettel and Leclerc respectively there. So I don't know, maybe I should just do auto again for the second run, because I don't think I can match that, because the brakes are always so tricky. You always try and heat up the tyres, and the brakes always overheat, so you try and cool down the brakes, and then you get cold tyres. It's always very, very fiddly. The computer's nailed it. So let's see. I'm expecting big things from Leclerc's lap now, because he had 2 perfects, but he's also got a bit of traffic, unfortunately. He's gone green first and second sector compared to Seb, so unfortunately I think that traffic has really hindered him there. He's going to be about 2/10 off Vettel's provisional pole at the moment as he goes across the line, and it's a 1:27.1. Leclerc is 3/10 off at the end, but Hamilton is 4/10 off. Vettel, man, he is a man in form right now at the moment. I mean, if Vettel wasn't there, it would be super close, and Hamilton would be right on the heels of us. But Vettel's just doing a mega job right now as it stands in that Ferrari car. Bottas woefully off the pace. Bottas is 1 second off the pace. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Right. Those two are in. We can just wait, basically, for a second run, basically, here. But let's see. Will Hamilton be able to pull anything out of the bag? Going to send Leclerc out now as the track's a bit calm. So maybe get him a bit of clean air there. And make up for the clean air he didn't get previously. And then with Vettel, I think I'll send him out now, because no one's going out particularly now as well. Down the main pit straight there. Oh, pretty good timing. We just got ahead of about 2-3 cars there with Vettel, so that he might be in some decent clean air as well. But as we go through and focus on Leclerc, I want to see if he can improve. He's got a good and perfect outlap there, and he's got a decent amount of clean air. He might just catch the Renault, maybe. But let's see how this goes then. What's it going to be? Purple first sector for Leclerc. But Vettel has 2 perfects on his outlap there. But let's see how this goes for Leclerc then. Great first sector. Oh, great second sector. Leclerc. He might just come through. 2 purples. It might just be on, ladies and gents. The Ferrari fight might just be on for pole position for the first time. Leclerc showing some good speed, but now Vettel's gone fastest in the first sector. Leclerc across the line. Oh, what on earth happened in his last sector? He says that was pretty lame on the team radio. He gets nowhere near the pole time. And Seb is going even faster. So I don't know what went on in that last sector, but he just bottled it. Verstappen now is purple in the second sector. Vettel's purple first, so it's all kicking off now. The track grips making things very manic. But across the line, Vettel does not improve. He does not improve his provisional pole time there. He's swearing to the team radio. Gasly's now gone P2. Sorry? And Verstappen did not improve his time, despite being purple in the second sector. So it's now Sebastian Vettel with pole position. Great news for him. But Pierre Gasly in the Red Bull is on the second row in the Red Bull car. Then Leclerc, then Hamilton. Very mixed up. What on earth went on there with the track grip at the end? It just kind of really improved Gasly's time. And actually, for some reason, Sector 3, both our drivers did not improve. I don't know what went on there in the last sector, but both just kind of ran out of grip. Or, I don't know, whatever the case. We've got pole, but very confusing one there. Okay, on towards the race then. Alright, so into the race day. There's no rain forecast, it would seem, at least what we can see of the forecast up till about lap 18 there. So I'm going to say we should be fine to go again with medium and race trim knowledge. Again, the conservative strategy, this race in particular as well, is very low tyre wear, so we should be really on for a good conservative strategy. Vettel's on pole, Leclerc P3, we've got a Red Bull in the mix there, so Hamilton's going to have to overtake one more car if he wants to get up there. We're going to go again with pushing, actually, on the driving style at the start. Just, I don't know if it actually works, but we've done it last race, and it worked really well for us at Silverstone, so hoping it will again. We don't lose too many positions off this 5 red lights. As now, here we go now to the 5 red lights for Vettel's home Grand Prix, the German GP. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. It's a slow start there for Sebastian Vettel. That's not what we needed. It's a great one though for the Frenchman Pierre Gasly, who's up into first place. Vettel down to second. Leclerc has been pushed all the way to 12th there My word, what a shocker there from the youngster in the Ferrari. Vettel just about managed to fend off Bottas. Hamilton is being overtaken by Verstappen around the outside. So Hamilton briefly down to P5. He's now back up into P4. Gasly leads the way, though. Vettel closing in already, though, and getting back up to speed. But Leclerc, what is going on with him? P12, not what we needed there, so he's in traffic. But let's focus back on Vettel as he closes up to Gasly. Can he make a move into the second lap to get the lead back? That's exactly what we need to try and bolt then from Hamilton, who is now up into P3. Hamilton is up into P3. He's just overtaken Valtteri Bottas. And so now it's just me and him on the road. So we need to try and get Gasly between us, if we can, with Sebastian Vettel. He's going to lap number 2. Can he make a move into turn 1? It's close down the inside, though. It's a great move there. Into the inside, into turn 2 and 3. The double right-hander. He's got the move done, and he's up into first place of the German Grand Prix. Retakes the lead. Great stuff there, Seb. Great stuff. Right, keep pushing now. We'll go neutral, and we'll keep on overtake mode, because fuel's not too bad, actually, right now. Leclerc, where is he? He's up into P7, so we've missed most of his overtakes, but he's recovered from P14 up into P7. But he's still got work to do now. He's got to overtake Ricciardo, Verstappen, Bottas, and then you've got Hamilton and Gasly, who are looking pretty quick right now, but at least he's recovered somewhat. But obviously his tyre wear now is going to be pretty low. Pretty high, of course, because we've been pushing quite a fair bit, and obviously we know Leclerc, anyway, in general, has low tyre wear. But the good news is, at least for the race win, Vettel's 1.5 ahead, 1.6 ahead of Gasly, already stretching his legs, 1.8 even. So Vettel doing a great job out in front. So Hamilton's not the only driver that does well from the lead. Vettel stretching his legs to 2.3 now. He's doing exactly what we need him to do. Obviously, we're probably burning more fuel than others, maybe, because we're on overtake mode. So let's go down to high, actually, and try and match them a little bit. We'll go conservative on the tyre wear as well. Same thing for Leclerc. Let's go to high now. We're right behind Ricciardo, but let's just go conserve and chill out a little bit right now. We're on 59% wear on Leclerc. We're 67 with Vettel. I want to quickly check how long the tyres go for. 21 laps. So if we go, what's that? 37, 36... 60, is that 16? Is that really 16? Okay, and these apparently go 16. These will go 12 more laps than now to lap 15. So just about, yeah. Okay, so we're aiming for about lap 16. Lap 15, 16 for these tyres. I don't know if Leclerc can necessarily do that. We'll have to see. I hope he can. We're going to have to go backup mode a little bit, try and really bring down these tyre temps, because they're actually going quite high up. So we need to really slow things down with Leclerc. I think Leclerc's race is very much compromised, I think you could say, right about now already in this Grand Prix. But hey-ho, that was his fault. But Vettel, stunning job. 4.6 the gap now. So we can really now start to back up here a little bit and try and save fuel, which you do. Obviously, I know everyone else is on neutral right now. So that might be a reason why we pulled the gap here. Is because we're the only ones pushing the fuel so long. Right, the sit rep on lap number 10 then. Leclerc has got worn tyres, 25% wear. So he might have to come in a little bit earlier, maybe on lap 13, I think, is going to be the stretch we can take this. So that's going to be a little bit annoying and frustrating for us, but it just might have to be the case. But there's still a chance maybe these guys are doing 2 stops. And if that's the case, and we're not such in a bad place. Vettel, meanwhile, gap is 7.7. He's been a monster. I talked about Hamilton being crazy. He is an absolute machine right now at this part of the season. He's doing absolute bits here compared to Leclerc. I don't get it. It's crazy. It really is. It really is crazy. I mean, look at the tyre wear he's got compared to everyone else. Absolute machine of a man right now. Right, Leclerc's up into P4. Gasly and Bottas are both pipped for soft tyres, so that just tells me they're definitely not on that one stop, and we've got to try all we can maybe to be on this one stop. So let's see. Leclerc, the gap is about 10 seconds. Let's hopefully not lose that much time in these next laps here as we continue to try and stretch these tyres. Right, virtual safety car is out now on lap 13. Grosjean has just crashed. That has absolutely saved us. That has saved us so much here, because that is Leclerc, and this is where Gasly is, just 2 seconds back there. That has saved our bacon, because now we can go low, and we can probably pit Vettel also under the virtual safety car and lose some time here. Let's pit onto mediums. Fast pit stop. Gonna risk it there, because I need to bring him in before Leclerc comes in. But I'm going to pit Leclerc as well. Mediums. Strategy fast as well. Going to go full out attack on the exit here. 2 seconds to go. Go on Leclerc. Leclerc's there. He's going to get caught by Gasly. Just about. Leclerc gets overtaken by Hamilton and Gasly. Bottas, though, will only just catch him here. So he'll come in. Vettel had a good pit stop under the virtual safety car. He's all good. So we can go push. We can go medium. Leclerc had a good pit stop. No mistake. I don't think that was for Leclerc as well. And so we're out in P10 in some traffic there. Overtakes Russell, overtakes Hulkenberg. Is quite some way behind Ricciardo. He's about 5 seconds back from Ricciardo as he overtakes 2-3 cars there on the outlap. But now we're going to try and go to the very end with Leclerc on this set of tyres. And the same thing can be said of Sebastian Vettel. But with Vettel, we've got a bit more fuel to play around with as well. But now we just play a very long game and try and get this to the end of the Grand Prix and do what usually I'm not very good at, is conserve tyres on this game. Gasly, he's looking quick. He's just set the fast lap of the Grand Prix, but he's 9 seconds back. So we've got time to work with. So this, I think we can take this just nice and easy. I mean, we're going 2 seconds faster there than the previous lap time. So it's all looking pretty decent for Vettel. Leclerc, though, I don't really know. I'm hoping, because he's behind Mag here. He's only, how many? He's 10 seconds back from Ricciardo. I don't know. I think maybe Merc and Ricciardo and Gasly have too much pace on the two-stop for Leclerc to jump them. And we've also got to try and jump Magnussen and Verstappen on track right now. So it's a bit of an uphill battle for Leclerc, I can't lie. Right, Leclerc's round the outside of Magnussen right now. Lap number 19 up into P7 there on the, that's pretty much the last guy on mediums we have to overtake. Or second last guy we have to overtake. Verstappen's up next, but he is 6 seconds away or 7 seconds away. So that's why I say almost Magnussen's the last person we'll overtake. I don't see us getting Verstappen unless he's going to pit and we don't. But knowing Leclerc's tyre wear, we might have to make a late pit stop with him and just kind of, you know, accept we're not going to get too many points actually here with both drivers. So even though we're going to probably end up hopefully going on to win this Grand Prix Vettel, hopefully I don't jinx it, Mercedes still might get enough points over us to extend their lead in the championship and not us. Right, Sebastian Vettel just set the fast lap of the Grand Prix on lap 24. Some decent tyre wear in these mediums and the fuel is looking very, very decent. We're now a whopping 17 seconds ahead of Gasly. So this is the kind of lead that Hamilton was getting at the start of the season. And now Vettel's just coming to his own here. But Leclerc, unfortunately for him, nowhere near any other people quite yet. Where is Gasly going to come out? Gasly will pit and be ahead of Leclerc. So even with the one stop, I don't think we'll get on the podium. We might have a chance for a P4, maybe. If Ricciardo is piss poor, Verstappen has to pit here, we maybe just get P4 with Leclerc. Maybe. Right, lap 26, 11 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Leclerc now is up into P6. We've jumped Verstappen. Verstappen is about, what's that? 15 seconds back. He's on the soft tyre, middle compound tyre. Bottas has pit and got ahead of us, so we can't even get P4. At most, we're getting P5 if Ricciardo's pit stops longer than 10 seconds, but I don't know about that. Let's see. Let's watch him go into the pit lane. Let's see. Please be long, because Leclerc's right there, so let's follow this through. This might be done and dusted. Yes, it will be. All right, Leclerc's up into P5. That's where we're hoping to keep it, but we've got 45% tyre wear, and we've got 10 laps. That's a big ask, but ironically, Vettel's got worse tyre wear than Leclerc. In this race, on this tyre. I don't know how that's happened, actually, because Vettel's had to make no overtakes, but I guess because we pushed Vettel a little bit more. Difference is, though, Vettel has a nice cushy 35 seconds ahead behind him, so, you know, he can just pit, and he'll be fine. So, I think we might even do that. Right, Hamilton's just got up into P2. He's overtaking Gasly, so the inevitable's kind of happened. I was quite surprised that Gasly was up there in P2 the entire time. He's also just got the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so I'm definitely going to think about pitting probably very soon, actually. 8 laps to go. Probably very, very soon, actually. And try and get the fast lap off him if we can. We've got worn tyres for Vettel now, apparently. So I would say I need to go pushing for Leclerc a little bit. Try and keep those tyre temps up. I'm going to push in on... I'm going to come in this lap, actually. Soft tyres. Pit strategy. We'll go nice and safe on the pit strategy. Don't need to worry about it too much. And we'll come in for fresh tyres. No risk there on the pit stop. Good stuff. Come out in first place. And we're still a very good margin ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And now we can just push on these tyres and try and bag the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we are still in P5. We are still actually a decent, about 9 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. It's looking more and more like we could just about maybe pull this off and get a P5 with Leclerc. It won't mean much, though, because I still think if Hamilton gets 18... Bottas gets 12, so that's 20, 30 points. Vettel gets 27. Actually, we would just about get more points than Ferrari, than Mercedes. Just about. So if you can do that, that'll be ideal. And George Russell's crashed now later on this Grand Prix. So we've got 3 retirements now out of this Grand Prix. 4 laps to go. Vettel looking all fine. 14 seconds the gap. So Hamilton has closed that quite rapidly by pushing very hard, but we have got it under control because we're backing up right now because I'm just trying to get the tyre temps down, and we'll just go pushing again then and just keep on trying to pump in some fast lap times. Meanwhile, Leclerc, P5. This is a more interesting battle, really, because he's here and Ricciardo's just there, which is, it seems like a big distance, but Leclerc's tyres are going off the cliff. They're 12%. 3 laps to go. I don't know about this. He's just gained 1.6 here because of the fuel burning, but I know the cliff's lower on mediums, but I don't know how low it is. So this is a little bit worrying here. So let's watch out. Let's watch out for this. Oh, boy. 9%. This is going to be close. Hopefully it just goes on. Come on, 1 more lap to go, mate. Vettel's on the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Hype. 8% tyre wear. Keep it going, mate. Overtake mode. We can use overtake mode now to counteract this. Just keep it chugging, mate. Keep it chugging. 7% tyre wear. Keep it going. He gains some time here. The engine power is working well there. So Leclerc might just be all fine and dandy there as Vettel crosses the line and sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. And he's on the final lap of the GP to get the win. Leclerc, keep on going, mate. Right, now we're on lower fuel. Keep going, keep going. 4%, come on. Easy does it. We've got 4 seconds to go. And Vettel crosses the line. There is Ricciardo. Let's use overtake mode now. 1% tyre wear for Leclerc. 1% tyre wear. No, on the last corner, we've got some fuel to burn. But Ricciardo gets it around the outside. The tyres are absolutely off the cliff. Leclerc cannot get P5. He's going to hobble through for P6 in the end. It's still a decent effort to jump Verstappen, I guess. But there is the man that we are in fine form with. 5 wins in a row for Sebastian Vettel for Ferrari. Absolutely awesome stuff there. Absolutely awesome stuff. Grazie, ragazzi. So 27 points with Sebastian Vettel. 10 points for Leclerc in the end with P6. Or with P5, actually. Sorry. P5 because... Oh! What the... Oh, my God. Hamilton and Verstappen have both been demoted because of breaking the GMA rules. They've been breaking... Illegal activity here with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen here. Elevates Gasly to P2, Bottas P3, Leclerc up to P5. And so it means a very wacky podium. But what it means is we now have a 33-point lead with Sebastian Vettel. Mercedes were desperate to apparently clutch back with Hamilton, that they broke GMA rules, or FIA rules really. And so the constructors, we're now 22 points ahead of Mercedes. That's, well, you know what? That's what happens when you break the rules, Merc. That's what happens. That's just how it goes. 3.4 in the bank. The chairman is hopefully going to be happy with us after this one. I'll be pissed off if he's not. The gearbox has been built. All in all, it's been a very, very decent episode here in the Ferrari manager career. Is he happy? Was he happy with that? Yes, he is. Plus 11 at Munich. Good stuff there. Guys, if you did enjoy the episode, smash that like button. Wow, what an ending there. I really did not think that was going to happen. We've had so many mistakes as of late from Mercedes or Hamilton as a driver here with that spin he had at Canada there. But yeah, mega episode. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.